Hi, my name is Rabbi Gadi Levy. I have been a mohel for the past 15 years and successfully performed over 2,500 circumcisions. One of the questions, which are a very sensitive question that I often get, is will my child being circumcised, will that affect his sexual pleasure later on in life? Will or ultimately, do people who are uncircumcised, do they experience a more pleasurable sex or not? And the answer to that is it's really unclear. Studies have shown that people who are circumcised have equal or amounts of pleasure or sensitivity in the sex in the penis, just as anyone who's uncircumcised. So on the one hand, that it is not very clear exactly whether there is a loss of pleasure with regards to being uncircumcised. However, one thing that I do share with parents, and usually the type of parents that are approaching me are parents who are married, who are traditional, and who have a sense of an understanding of what it's like to be in a relationship. If someone is bringing up their child where the child only knows about self-seeking gratification and pleasure, that type of child should undoubtedly not be circumcised, because all they'll be looking at or looking for is pleasure that they lost out, and I don't think it's worthwhile for them to be circumcised, even with regards to the immense health benefits. If you're going to just be looking for health, pleasure, yeah, don't get circumcised. But people who understand and are coming from a relationship recognize that pleasure, there are really two levels of pleasure within a sexual relationship. There's the actual physical pleasure, and then there's the emotional pleasure of two people who love each other coming together in a sexual relationship. That relationship, when the two people are coming together and who are loving each other, the experience that they go through is of immense pleasure and sensitivity, much greater than anyone can talk about with regards to the physical pleasure. And usually parents who are reaching out to me are those types of parents who are trying to teach their children or instill in them the importance of investing emotionally into relationships, and recognizing that ultimate pleasure is not necessarily the lowest level of pleasure of eating something or of that physical pleasure, but there are emotional levels of pleasure. Just like the person who holds himself back from eating a donut or something filled with sugar, holding themselves back and working out and investing in their body, there is an immense amount of pleasure that they get when they feel the success of overcoming temptations. So too with regards to sexuality. Parents want to teach their children that sexuality is something that can be really appreciated through discipline, through investment, and through emotion. So that is my ultimate answer. Yes, it's a complicated question. Does one have greater pleasure if one is uncircumcised or one is circumcised? It's, first of all, from a scientific perspective, it's not really clear. There is more foreskin on someone who's uncircumcised, and that is what to talk about, that there are more areas or neurons where it can achieve more sensitivity. But once again, people who are circumcised seem to claim that they are enjoying their sexuality in an immense way. Most adult men who are in a happy, fulfilled sexual relationship who are circumcised do not seem to complain or have any issues about being circumcised. I actually really hear more from those who are uncircumcised, people who are uncircumcised who are frustrated with the medical challenges that they have, the issues with regards to the infections that they develop, and obviously much worse, their wives or spouses getting UTIs on a regular basis because of their inability of keeping that area absolutely clean the way it needs to be. So thank you for listening. Feel free to reach out to me at my website, myhomecircumcision.com. I look forward to being in touch.